All right, people. So here we are. We just got back. We did roughly about 30 miles. Uh, a lot off-road, some on-road. Um, this what we got? We have what do we got? Come on, 38%, 537 miles, and we are at. Come on, she gonna show 74.7% volts and 41%. Here shows me 38%. So she'll sit for 5 more minutes and she'll even out. But Shinko tires, let's begin with this. These are huge improvement. I love it. Very stable. Lots of cushion. Takes corners very nice. Worth the money. That's not a question. The bead is nice. It's I made sure that it's nice and even all around. These are brand new, as you can see in the front. In the rear, today was my first decent ride, but again the beat is just perfect. I really like them. They're worth every penny. Huge difference between the stock ones and these. These are 2.75 inch by 19 inch rim, so it's very nice. See, how is my motor? Oh, my motor is like always warm for the abuse that it took. I mean, it took me up every hill and took me everywhere off-road. So we got the tires covered. Now, things that I've experience after 500 miles, right? Well, the light still works. The front light still works. Issues. Chain. It is looped. I like it. So I've used different things. I've used a little bit of grease. Wasn't happy with spitting the grease. I've used WD-40. I was happy enough. But I've noticed that I went to AutoZone and I picked up a machine oil, which is very slippery, but it gives you a small film over the chain, and not lots of dust collects on it because I just came off road, and she's pretty clean. Where if I was to put a regular oil, should be a little bit dusty, or dustier than she is right now. So I have lubricated and cleaned it once, and yesterday was the second time. So I try to keep it as clean as possible. Wasn't thinking about changing the sprocket because stock E-Ride Pro seems to be right on money. What I've noticed, second thing, the battery is making a crazy noise. It's just jumping in and out. I believe it's going sideways, so I gotta fabricate something where I will shove something in here so she stays nice. So that's an issue that I have to address. Second big issue that I had was the power wire got cooked, and lots of people have complained about that on Facebook groups. Same thing happened to me, and I had to yank it out, hoping that it will come out, and I did, and I saw that was pretty much cooked. I got rid of the plastic around. Should I show you guys? Let me see, did I even, okay, let me see, let me turn it off. Let me see if I can show it to you. Okay, let me use one hand. That's my alarm. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, I have put grease. Shut up. I have put grease, and this is electric grease. Okay, you're done. You're not done. I thought you were done. You're at 31 volts. Okay. So I did put grease, and is it dry? No, it's nice and wet. Sorry guys. It's still nice and wet. So I'm going to plug it in now. But you see what I had to do? I had to get rid of the plastic piece. Is she going to go in? My finger hurts because I freaking cut it. Sorry guys, I'm like freaking going in and out, back and forth. Alright, here we go. Alright, so she goes nice with one hand, right? Up my video by accident. But alright, so now she's done. So tires are great. Chain was cleaned twice with mechanical or machine oil. The battery wobbles. The connector got cooked. Front wheel, the axle has a loose. You're gonna be able to hear it. That's the rear. Let me do the front. Let me sit on it. Watch this guy. Okay. So she wobbles. Fucking phone. I'm holding it, covering a lens. Anyway, so it's got to loose the axle. I already looked it up. So excuse me. So that's that. The battery performs well. The headlight is good. The horn is good. The brakes are good. I don't get any air bubbles. So pretty much rear suspension is good. Front fork is good. Pegs are still holding up nicely. Everything inside. I try to keep it clean and lubricated. On this is, oh yeah, when I was changing the tire in the back, it's funny because I don't know, you don't even have to undo these guys, the what do you call them, tensioners. You don't have to move them, you don't have to do anything, just pop the axle and call it a day. Did have an issue with this guy. I unfortunately accidentally squeezed the brake level and she closed, so I had to open her up. Luckily I had the tire forks, so she was nicely pushed back in. They have not given me a problem yet, but as you can see, the kickstand sensor, I still have it. The tilt sensor, if anybody's wondering, it's pretty much right over here. Okay, you have a tensioner right there, which I don't think you should touch if you do a tension back over here in the axle, but the tilt sensor's here. The brake sensor, I still have the left one. I took the right one because I need it for the brake to activate the tail light, so I use that. But everything is plugged in, and if it doesn't give me a problem, I'm not going to remove it. So I think we are okay. They do have a new controller for this bike. I am not definitely getting that. I was thinking if I ever have to get anything, unfortunately I'll have to get something that's compatible, because they do have a fire driver for this so-called bike, but I'm not too fond of a far driver, and I don't like the way it does the Hall sensor, because you have to squeeze the throttle and it does 6,000 miles an hour, and I don't like that, and it's very difficult to tune it, and I don't want to deal with that. But bike is beautiful. I would definitely recommend this bike to anybody, and also recommend definitely these tires over stock tires, because they're horrible. the stock ones. I think if I had a business, I really wouldn't put the stock ones in. Just pay the $100 and get these and have nobody complain. But again, every bike has its ups and downs, advantages and disadvantages. So again, we know what the problems are so far, and we are dealing with them accordingly, and we'll address it. How did I notice, or when did I notice that I need to clean my chain? Well, number one, it was very dirty. Number two, well, dusty too, and sandy. Number two, it was making the biggest squeaking noise, especially after I cleaned it with a brake cleaner. I cleaned it with a brake cleaner, and I went out with Tony to Jersey, and it was so squeaky, especially when you ride like next to a parked car, you hear it. Where right now, she's like the most quiet bike I've had so far. Okay, one more last thing, since you guys always have questions. In a back tire, you see these nipples, right? I have one over here, the nut on the nipple on the valve, right? I have two over here. Well, here's the thing why you have two and over there you have one. Two because obviously I put two outside. Here is one, and you're gonna ask me why. It's because one has also been placed inside over the valve. So you have your kind of skirt that goes on the valve inside, right? Then you have the nut, then it goes to the rim, then you have this nut, and then you have the valve. Now you say, why you have that? Well, because when you have a huge torque or high torque, the tire will most likely, lots of times, will spin on the rim. Lots of motorcycle guys, they have experienced that where the tire slips over the rim. So what happens is the tube slips over the rim. So not to rip the valve, there is again a skirt. It's like a washer. So it's a skirt, then it's a nut, goes to the rim, and then you have this nut, and then you have your valve cap. So this is why I have one here, two in the front, because why? I'm not peeling out with the front. The front, there's no way that she's going to spin. So two nuts here, no nuts, just the skirt, just the washer inside. So in case tube does move for whatever reason, which is physically almost impossible, it will not rip this tube. Here we go. Anybody not noticing this? Okay, lefty loosey. Okay, so problem is, it shows, if you pay attention, it shows to the right. So it's righty loosey. Okay, and lefty tighty. So it's interesting, but I've noticed that too. Disc is still fine. Brakes in the back are still fine. One suggestion, just to make this video short, when you are doing your chain, make sure you cover your disc, or make sure you don't spray anything on top of that, because it will get screwed over and you will have to change the disc and the shoe pads. Secondly, when you are cleaning your chain, make sure you just don't overspray it. What you do is you just go into every link. That's what I did. When you spray this with a brake cleaner, she's extremely dry. She doesn't lose a color or anything like that. She's just extremely dry. You can tell she's dry. And then when you put that machinery oil all over it, see, she's nice. Look, she's nice and shiny, but she doesn't collect any dust. So she's lubricated, but she doesn't collect any dust. And I just came from outside off-road, so it's good. It's good to know that 33 PCI. I put 34 PCI, front and back. Hard, but it's okay. I don't know if you guys see my other video shorts. I do have flat out over here, so I wasn't shitting bricks when I was off-road. I no longer have something sitting in my back of my head is thinking that I'm going to catch a flat. I am not catching a flat. unless I rip a tire on a root or branch or something. Again, simplicity, very simple. She's running great. I am very happy. I'm going to try to go off-road during the daytime and see if I can videotape anything with a GoPro here and there. But today we did good, 30 miles, and we went hard, and I like it. Okay, I need to get out because it is 12:30, and I need to get some sleep. So, folks, make sure you enjoy your day, enjoy your night, and make sure you ride safe and wear gear. Just before I go to sleep, this is what I'm talking about. This is from AutoZone, machine oil, liquid wrench, right? It's really good. And this is from China, which is regular lubricant that it's designed for chains. Pretty much the same liquid, same oil. Pretty decent. You should stop by and grab it at AutoZone, and you have nice and quiet chain.